Hey guys, so today I'm going to show you how I make a bifold wallet, and obviously this is just my way to do it. Everyone else has their own way, and I'm making one because someone asked me how I make mine because they still make theirs with fold over lines and stuff. So since I can't sleep, it's like 4:20 in the morning, I decided to just make a tutorial, and yep. And you will need the obvious supplies that you see on the screen. Scissors, X-Acto knife, roller, tape, and ID plastic. And that's just top loaders. And then this is optional, gray tape and or clear tape. I use both. And we'll just get started. I pretty much have everything cut out already, just to try to make things go faster. And then this is the layout that we're going to do. So it'll have 3 card pockets over here, 1 up top, a side ID, 2 hiddens, and then obviously a billfold. So first, what I like to do is take 2 8-inch pieces of tape that will be part of your billfold, the inside. And then you're going to line them up to be 3 inches tall. And I know these colors are weird, I just chose random ones. This is really bad still. Okay, and hopefully you can see this. Yeah, you can see it. And then flip this over. And then I'm just going to be saying how I make mine. If you don't have gray tape or clear tape, you can obviously just use regular tape. But what I like to do next is take 2 8-inch pieces of tape and just cover the sticky. Don't overlap it or anything, just cover it so it'll be 3 inches tall as well. But if you don't have gray or clear tape, I suggest you make it the normal way, where you would make this part 3 1/4 inch so you have overlap, and then you can fold that over into the billfold. And this wallet will probably be messy because I'm not taking my time like I usually do. Another reason why I just chose random tapes. Okay, so next what I like to do is take whatever you want the middle part of your wallet to be. So like this right here. Take a 3 1/4 inch piece, or 3 1/2 if you want to trim it. What I like to do is line it up on an inch line, make sure the seam is going down, and then I will pull off tape, and you will count 1, 2, 3, and then you will lay that tape like right at the 3-inch mark and overlap it. So I will show you what I mean. So like that. And then you're going to want to trim it off to be 1/4 overlap, so 3 1/4 inch. Like that. And this just saves tape, so you're not cutting 2 8-inch pieces, which aren't even going to be seen. And then this part you can fold over into the billfold, and then you have a little brim for this part. So when you have your hiddens, then you won't see this. It'll be like covered. Oops. So that's this inner part done for right now. And then next, okay. So next, you will cut all together 3 7 1/2 inch pieces of tape. Again, if you don't have clear or gray tape, you can use regular tape. I suggest you use colored tape or a color that you don't like, because this won't be seen. And these will be the hiddens, and you will line them up you will line 2 pieces up to be 3 inches, this, turn it over, and line the third piece up at the bottom. Next, you're going to take another 7.5-inch piece of tape that you want the top of your hidden to be. So this part will be seen, and you're going to overlap it by 1/4 of an inch. Like this, and then now you can cut it in half. So they are 3 3/4 inches long. And those are your two hiddens. And you can put these on your billfold now if you want, but I like to keep mine off until I make my card pockets. So, there. Next, we will make the pockets. I already made mine. You're going to need to cut out 4 pockets. What I like to do is cut 2 pieces of 15-inch tape, one for the front, one for the back. Put them together and then cut them to be 3 3/4 inches long. And then if you notice, if you use gray tape, that gray tape is a little bit longer. I don't know if you can see that. A little bit longer than the regular tape, so I like to cut that because it kind of interferes with how I like to lay my card pockets. And like that. And you will need to put some type of tape on the bottom of 3 of the card pockets, not all 4. So I don't know. I put clear tape. So do that for 3 of the pockets. Now we can trim them. I take 1 4-inch piece of tape, and cut them into halves. So there should be 3 half pieces and then a leftover piece. Don't throw that away. And we'll use that to trim the ID. Like that. And then trim your pockets however you trim them. This is not how I trim mine. I'm just trying to go fast. Because I usually take a long time with my trims. Then you can cut off the excess and fold it over. Like that. And again, only trim 3 of them. Again, sorry if you can't see this, I'm left-handed. Probably should have put the camera on the other side, but too late. So yeah, those three trimmed. You can leave this to the side. You're going to take your ID, and I can't see where I put mine. I have no idea what I did with mine. It blends in. Well, this is fun. Oh, it's right here. Duh. And I like to make my IDs 3. Can you see that? I don't know. 3 and 5/8 by 2 and 3/8. So that's how I like to make mine. And then, which side is straighter? Not this side. You're going to take this leftover piece, and then you're going to trim the short side of the ID. And this should be fun. No, I'm going to use a roller for this one. That's still not straight, but oh well. Then you can cut off the excess. And this is a leftover piece. Then you can fold it over. Then you can take your fourth piece that you didn't trim. You're going to cut a 3 3/4 inch piece of tape that is the same color or different if you want it to be. This will be behind the ID. So whatever you want it to be. Then you're going to cut this in half. Obviously that's technically not in half, but oh well. And then, doesn't really matter which piece you use. You're going to take your pockets, line it up, and then you're going to place this piece along the end. Where's my roll? I like to leave it either a 1/4 inch or a 1/2 inch high. Like that. This is just so the card pocket will stick down to the wallet. And then if it goes over like this, you can trim that off. And next, you can take your ID, and then you're going to trim the top side this time with this piece. I know a lot of people like to make their trims all the same color, but I don't like to waste tape, so I just use this leftover piece. Like this, and don't fold it over yet, and you can trim the leftover. Take your card pocket, and then this is the bottom, and then you're going to line it up from the end, and then you see that there will be a little bit left over. Then you can fold it over and turn it over, and then fold that sticky over onto the card pocket like this. So now you have the card pocket above the ID. So now I like to put my card pockets on the hiddens. So I like to take one hidden, line it up. This is probably not going to be even because I just cut mine randomly. Oh well. And then since these trims are a little bit thicker than what I like to do them, this probably won't work. But what you want to do is just line up your card pockets onto the hiddens. And I like to use a see-through ruler because I like to make my first card pocket 3/8 of an inch under the top of the hidden. Not from where the folded over 1/4 inch will be, but the top of the hidden, so where the 3-inch meets, if that makes sense. So I line it up on the inch to where it will be 3/8 of an inch from the top, and then put my card pocket on. And that's how I ensure that none of the card pockets will show over. And then I just push it down, then I still double check, and yeah. Let me see if my other card pockets will fit too. I'll probably just have to make it thinner. Yeah, they'll fit. And then I like to put a sticky at the bottom of the card pockets. I already have that cut out. Again, sorry if you can't see this. Try to keep my hand out of the way if I remember. Then just line them up as evenly as possible. And then if you care about your card pockets not showing over, you can check to make sure they don't. And you put it on. I think that might be too low. I don't know. It's like a personal preference. I don't like when there's like a little space between the card pockets. I like to see more of the card color. Okay, I'll have to do that since my trims are bigger than what I usually make them. And they're probably not even, but I'm just rushing right now. It's been 18 minutes, sorry. Take your last one. Yeah, that's not even and it's bothering me, but oh well. And this is the reason why I like to put clear tape on this third one too. Just so it can hold down or stay down while I put clear tape at the bottom of the card pocket. And then after that, I just take it off because I don't want that to be seen on the wallet. And then, yeah, that's really bad, but oh well. You can take this off, and you can either save this for, if it's big enough, for no sticky for this fourth pocket, or get rid of it. I already cut a fourth piece off, so I don't really need it. And then, I like to trim the side of the hidden. So, take whatever you want that to be, a 3-inch piece. Then you can cut it in half. Okay, no matter what. If it's not straight, oh well, I'm just doing this one time. good enough. Then you can fold it over. Trim it if you need to. And then you can put this on to your billfold, whatever. I could turn mine upside down. And also, if I didn't mention this, I got this idea from Duct Designs when I watched his slick wallet tutorial. So, yep. And then actually I like to put this one on as well before I put the card pocket on. So now take your card pocket. You can line it up pretty much wherever you want it to be, just not too high, so that when you fold over your outer piece, the bottom won't be seen. So I just do it a little to make sure it's even with the top. Then you can press that down, turn it over, and put crochet at the bottom. And sorry if I'm talking kind of quietly. It's like 4 in the morning. I don't want to wake anyone up. Like that. Oh, okay, almost done. Now, take your other half of your 3-inch piece. And, can you see this? You're going to take it and you're going to also make a trim. So I like to do it so that it goes under the ID a little bit. So that's why you see the orange a little bit. Take it and you trim it. When you first put it on, you just put it over the ID. Like that. It'll be covered. And then where the pocket is, where it starts at the top, you're going to cut a slit across, just like how you would after you're done making the wallet so the credit cards fit. Just to the end, not all the way through. Then you can peel this bottom part up far enough just so that you can flip the ID up and then put this piece under. And actually I like to trim a little bit off this top part. Then smooth it down, then flip the ID back down. Take the trim part and then flip the hidden up and fold it over. Like that. And then you can trim it. Actually trimmed a lot, but oh well. And then that's how you make the side ID. So now it'll enter freely. And then you have the slit. And yeah, that is your main part of your wallet. And now you're going to make the outer billfold. You're going to take another 2 pieces of 8-inch tape. And I just decided to make my billfold a different color, like half and half. It doesn't have to be, it can be the same color. 3 colors, 4 colors, whatever you want to do. And then you're going to line it up to be 8 or 3 inches tall again. Like that. And then what I like to do is take my outer piece of tape, 2 of them, or 3 if you line it up 4, however. And I like to make it quarter of an inch longer than what I want my ends to be. So usually I make my ends half an inch long. So I cut my outer pieces to be 3/4 of an inch longer. Okay, that's not what I meant. I usually make it 3/4 of an inch instead of half of an inch, so that when I stick it onto the billfold piece, I can trim off a quarter of an inch. So if you can see, it's I don't know if you can see actually, but it's a 3/4 of an inch longer than the end of the 8-inch piece. And hopefully that made sense. And then obviously make sure your seam is pointing down like usual. Actually, I want to scoot down a little bit. If it'll get off my thumbs, that would be great. Awesome. And then I like to overlap the bottom by a little bit less than half an inch. And by a little bit, I mean a little bit. Barely a little. Like a millimeter. And if you want to line up, that now is the time to do so. So instead of just cutting another piece, you can just pull it off right from the roll. But I don't really line up most of the time. And then you can try to overlap it a quarter of an inch, like that. And then, like I said, I like to trim down to half an inch. The main reason why I love the small board is I just turn it over and do the same. Okay. And then you can cut your boxes. No, get off. You can fold the 1/4 inch part over. I think I cut that one a little too much, but oh well. Get these out of my way because it's bothering me. And then now you could take your inner billfold, line it up. And mine is way longer than what it is supposed to be. So I'm just going to trim off a little bit from the ID side. Since the card will fit, there's like a lot of space. And then that's good. Then there's hair right there, that's gross. Okay, whatever, it's gonna stay like that. And then you can cut little slits in between, like where each of these hiddens end. I like to cut mine outward a little bit. Then fold it over. That. Then you can fold up these ends, the bottom piece. I don't really care if it's crooked. A lot of the stuff is crooked on this wallet. Obviously, if this is the wallet I wanted, I would take my time. And then if you want, you can cover billfold with clear tape, but it doesn't really have sticky. Once I fold it up, you don't really see sticky, so I'm not going to bother with that. And then you can fold over these edges. And then since it's still not even, I would take this off and trim a little bit and then fold it over again instead of trimming it while it's on the pockets, because sometimes you cut the pockets. And then you can cut slits however you'd cut your slits. I'm just going to cut them this way. And that is it. So you have a card pocket that doesn't show over the top. These ones that don't show over. Then obviously this one won't show over. Then you have an ID that goes from the side that you may have to cut that little thingy from when you fold it up from the bottom. Sometimes I have to, sometimes I don't have to. And it slides in nicely. And yep, billfold. That has some, okay, it does have a little sticky. So if this was a wallet that I wanted to sell, I would have put clear tape. But I'm not going to sell this because it's crappy. And yep, that is your wallet. So sorry it took so long, like 30 something minutes. But yeah, I just hope you understand it. And if you don't, you can leave questions in the comment section below. And if you would like any more tutorials, also let me know in the comments. And thanks for watching. Bye.